Go turn around and a hammerhead turn going around not once, but twice. How about that, Somerset? Let's make some noise with Brian Cornell and the Pitch Special S2S.
Hello folks, this is Chris, KY4CKP. This week with LCARA, HAMRadio, we were out at a local air show. We had a really great time. We brought out the emergency communications trailer. Quite a few of our members came along and had a great time at the air show, out meeting the public and talking to folks about radio and other things, and just enjoying the air show. So we were able to set up right on the main strip with all the other vendors, and had a pretty much a front row seat to this air show with some classic airplanes, some stunt planes, a rocket. They had a rocket van or truck that blew some big fire rings, and also did a 222 mile per hour run on the runway. So as you'll see through some of the pictures and little snippets here, we had a really great show going on. We got our trailer out because we like to get out with the public, and we're going to be doing a car show this coming weekend. In fact, we've done it before, Summer Nights Cruise. This is the first time we've done the air show, and we hope to go back and do this again next year. So we get out, we got all set up, we got the generator going, we had our radio set up, we had the Tar Heel screwdriver antenna, and also the micro beam set up from Cantenna. Dr. Jack Nielsen was kind enough to send us one of these for some evaluation, which we've done a little of so far. And we set it up, and again, we've been able to make some pretty long distance contacts with this antenna. I think you've already seen it in a video, and you'll probably see it in at least one or two more. So yeah, just kind of showing. We just got there and got everything set up, and enjoyed the day. It was a nice day. Got a little bit warm in the afternoon, but it was nice until probably getting close to 2 o'clock. It was starting to warm up just a little bit. Didn't have any rain or anything though, and not too much wind. So the air show was able to go on. As you'll see again, some of these pictures, they had little custom one-seater helicopters. They had some of the professional helicopters, the sheriff's office, and things like that. And of course, they had an old I guess it was a DC-3 sitting there that you could go on and take a look at. And then the stunt planes. They had stunt biplanes, and they had, again, some World War II era, World War II and probably Korea era planes. They had a jet. So really fun time. If you have a chance to go to an air show, they're usually a lot of fun. And if you're in a club, consider having your club show up at some of these public events, and just get your club out there in front of the public. That's something that we like to do as many times as we can throughout the year. Again, we did this event. We're going to do the car show, which we've done. I think this will be the third year in the row we've done the car show. We've worked on the gravel rally. We're going to be working on, I believe it's a 100-mile foot race coming up here next month. So we kind of look for opportunities to work with schools potentially and things like that. So this was just another great opportunity to get out in the public, and of course, part of what this allows us to do is set up our equipment more or less in the field and use the equipment. We did get out there and we did make some contacts and things. Just having some fun though. We do run a special event station at the car show that's coming up. Kilo 4 Sierra, K4S, is our special call sign for the car show. There's one of the little custom single seat helicopters. You can see the I think it's a DC-3 in the background there. So it was a lot of fun. You have some kind of cool sort of that carnival type food. Probably not real great for you, but it tends to taste really good. So we had some barbecue next door that we had to sample that. And just kind of showing a little bit here on the inside of the trailer. We've got we've had it for a while. You've probably seen it in a few videos, but we got those cushions for the benches recovered in kind of an LCARA blue, so they're nice and matching. And again, we had some 2 meter set up, some 70 centimeter, and we had some HF set up as well. All right, we also had one of our club members brought his son by, and he got his shirt. He had a little shirt, so he's kind of an honorary member of the club. Austin's son there had a great time, I think, and I think Austin did as well. So we do sell merchandise on our website. You can anybody can order shirts or patches or hats or whatever. We're happy to do that, and we're also happy to have long distance members too. If you would like to join LCARA, even as a long distance member, we certainly would appreciate that. It's $25 for the entire year, so it's not terribly expensive. And we also have a little more footage coming up of some of the stunt planes, and we're going to listen to some of the audio for that. It doesn't do it justice, especially some of those World War II era planes. The sound of the engines is just, if you've ever really heard that, movies are okay, but to hear it in person is one thing. But we've got a little footage coming up with some announcements, some of the stunts going on. So let's go ahead and take a listen to a little bit of what was going on that day, and then we'll bring you folks right back.
Looking for you, the smoke's going to come on. There it is, and you're going to be approaching in, airspeed increasing.
Hey, I'm not starting with an avalanche. How about that is, huh?
Indeed so. The avalanche maneuver, it's a loop with a snap roll on the top. Let's watch as he pulls back on the stick, gets on top, puts in a bunch of rudder, right stick, and rotates that airplane all the way around. Well, Greg, that looked fantastic for a nice, beautiful textbook avalanche. What are we looking for next?
Okay, let's turn the airplane on that hammerhead. We'll pump in a quarter roll the way up from the hammerhead, straight top of the airplane, and then do my hammerhead. Another quarter so I come back in front of everybody. Let's do a little roll off the top a little bit. Just show off the roll capability of this airplane. Even though it's a trainer, pretty darn fast. All right, here we go. On for a loop, we'll roll over the top.
Over the top, Greg Coots, watch him as he rolls the airplane over to the left. And Greg, we're watching you roll the airplane. And even at slow speeds, the American champion decathlon, as you mentioned, a great trainer, very stable, and pretty decent roll rate as well. Not as fast as the times, to nearly 9 times the force of gravity. Watch him now as he holds it on the block, showcasing that 1-to-1 thrust ratio. Turn around and a hammerhead turn, going around not once, but twice. How about that, Somerset? Let's make some noise with Brian Trammell at the Pit Special S2S.
So as you heard there, especially in that first clip, we were actually hearing from the pilot. They had the pilot mic'd up, and the pilot was describing what he was doing as he was going throughout his routine. Of course, there was more to it than that, but not really trying to show the entire air show. But, some really cool stuff. We had one of the pilots. It was his very first show as a professional pilot. And you have to go through different training levels, and you have to get certified at different levels. And so this was his very first professional air show, and he was certified to fly as low as 800 feet for his stunts and things. But as he gains experience, and as you can see with some of these other pilots that have done it for a while, they can get to where they can fly pretty much as low as they want to. Just right off the ground for some of these folks. So again, if you have a club, and if you don't have a club, get out there and enjoy some of your community events. The car show that we have is pretty cool. The air show is pretty cool. We're looking at one of the World War II era trainers right there. Again, the sound of those engines are just so classic. But get out there, especially if you do have a club, and you don't have to have a trailer or necessarily, but maybe have some T-shirts printed up if you don't already, and just get out there and meet the public, and maybe if you get some questions, answer those. It's always good, since we hopefully can and do provide emergency communication services sometimes in the public when things happen, to make sure the public's aware of us. And you never know when you might pick up somebody who is interested in amateur radio and may want to get tested, may want to get their license or upgrade their license. Every great once in a while we meet somebody, they've been in the area for a while, didn't know we existed. They didn't know there was a local club. And I'm sure that happens all over the place. So get out there, meet the public, attend these events, and have fun for yourself and your club, of course. But it's also just a good chance to get out and meet the public and answer questions for folks. We had somebody from a local medical hospital association who was working on emergency communications and wanted to talk to us about some things. So again, you can many times help different public aspects in your community with questions they may have, and you may even gain some new members, some new operators out of it. So Had a great time. Again, we're doing the car show coming up this coming week, and it's always a good time. It's really a pretty large car show and a lot of fun. So that's it for this one, folks. We'll see you in the next video. This is Chris, KY4CKP 73.